Take a look at this picture. In this photo, a young kid is a healthy 13 or 14-year-old boy with a shiny smile that carry a lot of hopes and dreams. Now imagine this kid is your loved one, your little brother or your son, and he's so vulnerable that he got exposed to tobacco products, in this case e-cigarettes. Your imagination is a reality to more than 4.2 million young Americans associated with e-cigarettes. E-cigarette use in adolescence is such a common issue, yet millions of young citizens are still its victims as we're speaking right now. Tobacco use in adolescence is such a significant problem, but we can decrease its magnitude if we supported a non-profit organization called American Lung Association that can eliminate tobacco use and tobacco-related diseases in adolescence. I have researched this topic, and throughout my life, I have known individuals at a young age who smoke an e-cigarette or know someone who does. By the end of my speech, I will have discussed why we are in a lung health crisis because of e-cigarette, why supporting American Lung Association would resolve it, and why helping this non-profit association matters to us. Let's start off with the effects on lung health of e-cigarettes. According to National Youth Tobacco Survey, 68.9% of middle school to high school students were the victims of this addiction pandemic, meaning that about 10 million future citizens of the US were exposed to this virus. The highly dense nicotine contained in an e-cigarette is harmful to the development of the adolescent brain, meaning it will stop developing at the age of 25, which is 14 years less than the median age of the state of Nevada. As a result, nicotine consumption can lead to less efficiency in learning, memorizing, and mood control. Furthermore, it can potentially lead to harder drug addiction. Take a look at all these toxins. This graph shows the most common toxins found in an e-cigarette, which can be found in pesticides or fog generated by fog machines. As a result, severe lung diseases, cancer, and other muscle and respiratory diseases are inevitable. With much higher density of nicotine levels than traditional tobacco products and other marketing factors, nicotine addiction rates in teenagers are incredibly high. As a result, million will be the next e-cigarette smokers and million will be the next patients with lung diseases. E-cigarette manufacturers are luring new generations of Americans into deadly and lifelong addiction. Diacetyl, the main component, plays a role in creating flavors for e-cigarettes, is also the most significant factors in causing a disease called porn lung. Many teenagers who are currently smoking an e-cigarette chose to smoke because of the flavors, and it has more pleasurable fruity scent to it, including myself. Thus, the marketing departments of e-cigarette companies would target the youngsters via fruity flavors. Now that I have introduced the harm of e-cigarettes, let's take a look at the solution to solve or at least reduce this problem. In an effort of reducing the number of adolescent smokers and improving the lung health, I believe we should support an association that train volunteer parents who would educate and assist children with smoking problems. American Lung Association is an organization that supports the community to defeat lung cancer, improving breathing air, and reduce the burden of lung diseases. But most importantly, they would eliminate tobacco use and tobacco related conditions. With great partnerships such as CVS, 3M, United Healthcare, the ALA would be a trustworthy association to help your loved ones quit smoking or prevent your children from smoking. NOT, or Not on Tobacco. It's a sensational program that encourages a voluntary change for youth of age from 14 to 19. With 10 sessions of structured curriculum, your children will undergo a program delivered by trained volunteers. After 10 sessions, it will be a guarantee that many of those teens will quit or seek help for quitting, and the rest were not going to be exposed to e-cigarette. Each of the individuals or associations must take part in an NOT program. Without even donating money to this, we can make sure fewer children will become the victims of e-cigarettes. After undergoing a program, the certified volunteer would then travel and deliver the program at schools nationwide. It is an utilized plan which does not cost too much money with some effort. Still, it does matter to us to take action if our loved ones are being exposed to e-cigarettes. Implementation of this program has the potential to improve the public health and the economy of the US. Evidently, NOT saw the success when 90% of the teen participants reduced or altogether quit smoking. As a result, better grades and motivation come along with fewer e-cigarettes and fewer school absence. The reduction of teen cigarette smoker will benefit the public health as a whole. It also contributes to the economy. Fewer of our kids will be smoking is inevitable. According to Truth Initiative, 24.1% of high school students in Nevada will smoke less or quit smoking e-cigarette every day, meaning that 20,000 young citizens. Each year, the country spends about $1 billion on smoking costs, healthcare costs, which can be reduced drastically alongside of the number of smokers. Now I have discussed e-cigarettes' effect on one health and way of solving this issue and why it matters. Let's conclude. E-cigarette has many toxins and hard metals which cause harm to health of young American individuals as well as the public health. Yet, we can solve this issue by undergoing a program called NOT to educate our future generation on the harm of e-cig smoking. We, you and I, can make the difference. Remember the kid at the beginning of the presentation? That was I, who was one of millions of the victims of e-cigarette at a young age. Yet I still found a way, a long one, to get out of that dark path. I have introduced a program and have the link to the registration website at the end of my PowerPoint. All you have to do is to sign up with NOT and American Lung Association. And if we're successful, the persistent problem is called public health will be partially solved. Using this program, we will make a step forward. Using this program, we can decrease the percentage of young children who become the victims of e-cigarettes. And lastly but not least, by undergoing this program, we can ensure a better health for our children, our future. Implementation of this resolution would not guarantee your child to quit smoking, but research suggests that it would bring about a positive result for our children's future.